France's president just issued this huge insult to U.S. citizens. How do you respond to it? Recently elected French President Emmanuel Macron's stance on climate change is much like his German counterpart Angela Merkel. They strongly believe that all the nations must unite to combat the coming scourge of global warming. After Donald Trump made the historic decision to opt out of the Paris Climate Agreement, Macron invited U.S. citizens to immigrate to France as an act of protest. He even mocked President Trump's campaign slogan by telling anti-Trump Americans to help him make our planet great again. What an ass. Macron is just another global elitist in a fancy suit who has the backing of some of the largest banks in the world. He stands for everything President Trump is against, and that is why he is very dangerous. What makes him even more dangerous is his attitude toward the real threat facing the world: Islamic terrorism. Of course, Macron will insist that those who feel that way are just fearmongers and we should all live in harmony. The real truth is he is leading France and the rest of Europe down a very dark path. According to Angry Patriot Movement, Mr. Macron finds it easy to grandstand on climate change, yet his government still refuses to do anything about the persistent threat of Islamic terrorism. Although, the French anti-terrorism establishment should be commended for their recent string of successes in combating terrorism. On May 31, 6 jihadists were arrested, including a former inmate at Guantanamo Bay, by French authorities. This surely prevented another massacre. However, the very narrow path of anti-terrorism does not ultimately defeat terrorism. It is reactionary in the worst sense. Anti-terrorism measures only stop certain terror attacks from happening. A sound immigration policy that includes deporting French citizens with radical Islamic ties or views could stop them all from happening. Mr. Macron has consistently asserted that he will do nothing to change the policies of past French leaders. In the former French colony of Algeria, where ethnically French citizens were forced to flee Islamic terrorists in the 1950s and 1960s, the spineless manlet groveled to the crowd about the evils of French colonialism and the rotten nature of French culture, via the conversation. Such troubling machismo, which infects Europe above all else, is almost guaranteed to cause more French Muslim youths to start attacking France and French people. Macron's tough guy stance on climate change fits in with others like Merkel. These European leaders shout about the dangers of climate change, yet assert that Islam does not have a terrorism problem. These globalists are so determined to destroy right-wing ideology that they have become blind to the real threats that the citizens are facing every day. Just look at what happened in England again yesterday. Those leaders should be standing up against the true enemy, and that is radical Islam. The left truly believes that we can live in peace and harmony with the extremist Muslims, but the truth is that love does not defeat hate. What if America thought this way during World War II? Imagine what our world would look like. The only way to defeat true evil is to stand up and fight back. Europe is at a crossroads, and if the people don't wake up and act soon, they may end up being totally overrun. The biggest concern is not climate change, and it is radical Islam, and I have no problem saying it.